2022 was a much touted year of two halves for the built environment sector, and in particular the commercial real estate market. The early part of the year saw a continued post-COVID bounce in activity across most sectors, but this was tempered towards the end of the year due to the effects of macroeconomic uncertainties. Concepts of price discovery and price counselling crept into the discussion. Looking back at the year, and on the construction side of things, due to inflationary issues, developers encountered real difficulty in getting fixed price contracts. But that issue has largely eased towards the latter part of 2022, with contractors getting more comfortable that they could manage the risk. While the appetite of tech companies for increased office space appears to have petered out, at least in the short term, there were exceptions, and TikTok, for example, bucked the trend by taking more new office space. Other institutional investors are advancing plans to develop significant office space, with a number of high-profile developments going for planning and/or due to start on-site in 2023. PRS and housing dominated the headlines for much of the year and likely will for 2023, as it grappled to come to terms with multiple challenges culminating in general viability concerns. Looking then towards 2023, the role of international investors will continue to be of importance across all sectors. And one of the things those investors, and investors in general, have been seeking is reform of the planning process. And against that backdrop, the draft Planning and Development Bill will be published in January, with the ambitious plan of enactment in 2023. There are a number of proposed reforms, including strengthened legal status for ministerial guidelines, amended focus and lifespan of local development plans, mandatory timelines for all consent processes, changes to the judicial reviews of planning decisions, and the restructuring of An Bord Pleanála. In addition, the Land Sharing Contribution and Urban Development Zone Bill is expected to undergo review early in the year. Under the proposal, landowners will be required to pay, pursuant to a planning condition, up to 30% of the increase in value from their land being zoned residential. The housing market is again likely to be to the fore in 2023. While last year saw record levels of completions, those levels are some ways behind what commentators believe are actually required to meet the year-on-year housing needs of the country. While completions for the year ahead look to be in line with government predictions, the slightly further out horizon does not look as positive, with reports of actual commencements trending downwards. In the interim, council-led affordable housing development will likely be a prominent feature of 2023. On the tax side of things, while last year's budget and finance bill did not include significant changes for the built environment, 2023 will see the rollout of a number of measures aimed at encouraging the development of residential property and increasing the housing supply. These include the extension of the residential stamp duty refund scheme for a further 3 years, the introduction of the vacant homes tax, and the residential zoned land tax. Whatever the year ahead has in store for the built environment, our specialist team includes lawyers from our real estate, banking, construction, dispute resolution, planning and environmental teams who work together to provide a comprehensive suite of services to individuals and companies within the built environment.